Those right-handers. Rossi, well, started the lap very strongly. There is the crash for Bradley Smith. A bit more easily now. We're probably going to have a look at the crash. Ooh. There's places you can get out, though actually you can get back from to the paddock there quite easily, can't you? Crash of the weekend. As we were saying yesterday, there's a fair old crash. Stefan Bradley is former Moto2 world champion. Tony Hernandez, here we go.
Look at that, the front end, you could clearly see it there, running over the ripples into that first corner.
Into turn one.
You can just see the vibration on the onboard camera as he hit the bumps. Medium option front tyre on, he hasn't perhaps got a soft front on that spare bike. Down goes Bautista, front end washing very quick.
Bruzzese. Quel punto lì, entrare dall'esterno per...
Iannone! Yeah, front end just washing away, whether he was just in a
slightly different tyre combination. Suzuki just...
Spargaro, front end tucks away just like his brother, but on different machinery. And down he goes.
To scrub off a lot of speed. He's doing it again. Tony Hernandez, yeah.
Oh, down he goes.
I'm sorry, but that was coming. Yeah, sideways, going in, loads up the front. There's no way in the world he was going to be making that corner.
Supermoto champion or not.
Yeah. The best lap of the session. A 1:43.066. Oh, Pal Espargaro's down at the first corner. Second crash of the day. Yeah, he was trailing the brakes going into the corner. Marc Marquez, front 40 locals. Oh, Lorenzo's down. Jorge Lorenzo. We were just giving you an updated schedule. Jorge Lorenzo.
He's an awful lot different.
And there we go. That was almost a carbon copy, actually. It's a really, really tricky turn, that turn. Well, how many riders, Nick, have we seen caught out now? Wow.
But how, if you go over the limit, that's what happens. We went down a bit further than we've perhaps seen some of the crashes before.
That front end
just tucked
away right from underneath Marc Marquez.
Altra caduta, attenzione Lorenzo! Avanti nella traiettoria un po', guarda, quello che è successo a Franco Morbidelli in Moto2.
Uguale, identico nella stessa chiazza d'acqua. Nel tracciare la linea di quella prima curva, buttando gli occhi avanti e cercando di evitare.
Rémi, ce freinage suicidaire sur son coéquipier.
C'est n'importe quoi là.
Là, franchement.
Okay, typical session for the double MotoGP world champion. On the floor at the final corner, and what did he do?
Kelly Pirot, who was
he's
second.
down.
Oh, Pirot's gone, so that's the end of his challenge.
Dans le gauche, voilà, on voit longtemps la moto résiste un petit peu, le pilote aussi. Bon, et hop là, on voit cette chute de l'avant pour Lorenzo dans le long gauche au moment où plonge, hein, vous voyez, dans ce gauche.
Ah, on a suffisamment.
Alors, on revoit la chute de l'avant pour Rossi. Et on la revoit, cette chute de l'avant, Rémi.
Et peut-être
derrière, regardez, il se... Là, en fait...
Ouais, il tombe et ensuite il percute Dovizioso. C'est lui qui tombe,
fait, je pense que... Ouais,
qui lui s'était déjà un petit peu raté. Mais malheureusement, c'est pas passé pour Dani Pedrosa. Que de 6e.
Chute de Crutchlow.
Et voilà. Maintenant, l'autre pilote Honda qui tombe à son tour. Et deuxième,
pas loin, parce que c'est vraiment, regardez, on revoit, et d'ailleurs Karl qui fait un petit saut de cabri derrière.
Front brake. Ooh. The front did wash away, but the rear twitched a little bit just before then, didn't it? We're probably going to see it now. Yeah.
Okay, then right. He didn't even get a chance to flick it right. He lost the front. In the left.
The front, Cal Crutchlow actually came in gesticulating so much to the front wheel, and we don't often see front.
The blue S's, isn't it, I think, after the Shimano Buff. Yes, it is. Corner. And there he goes.
For exit, but to try. Oh, Marquez is down. Oh, they're both down. Dovizioso, Marquez have crashed in tap first. Well, that was tandem crashing. They almost went down absolutely together. I've never seen. Dovizioso's going to. There we go. There was. If you had to stop watching those two, somebody timed the moment that they looked both at each other in almost in shock.
Yeah, I remember. Well, look, problems. It got past, got into the corner, okay, didn't it? And
yeah, they're going to look at it now.
Oh, it's the way he falls, isn't it? Oof.
That's a big barrel roll. 2 years ago in 2014,
Yeah,
he's finished outside the point.
Crashes, he's
remounted and finished.
Yeah, that's quite.
Oh, it's Polispargo.
Really good season. Yeah, just coming into Biandetti 2. Down he goes. Going to look at the crash now. Sure, that's not where it. Absolutely. Yeah, you can see the Ducati grandstand there.
Enzo does. Now will he do what we expect him to do? That disappear. Crash down has gone. That must be. Let's have another look at this. He's already dropped back. He knows there's a problem already, so he's run wide because it's all huge. So, now it's gone.
It was a fair old bang for Marquez. Perfectly. He's up and running before the bike stops.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah, that could easily be that they've just gone a little bit too hard on the front end of that bike.
Now, Smith, well, just attacking too hard.
Worse, it becomes harder to manage, as does that. Oh, and again, Iannone. Andrea Iannone does it again. This thing, and he was committed. He should have gone the other side, but unfortunately, a natural racer's position is try and get up Jorge. Jorge was on the perfect line, the proper line. Andrea Iannone, so Ducati closes in on the power, and then he just gets it completely wrong. Takes a massive squeeze of the front brake.
What happened?
That was just daft.
I mean, Jorge was on the perfect line, wasn't he?
That really
made our life a little easy with the torque delivery, just to work on a wheelie,
Carbon copy crash,
Absolutely, front end just washing away. Ooh, he did go a fair old bang.
Yeah, you can see we're still on the front brake there, just trailing the brake, and down he goes.
Second part, look at the corner. Whoa. That is a big crash for Jorge Lorenzo.
Yeah. Now, yeah, the front end just washing away from him. Well,
it is.
It is, yeah.
Exactly the same.
If you superimpose Lorenzo there over Polispargo, I bet the arms a bit. It's Marquez.
Whoa! Wow! I don't know if I'd be rolling my arms. I'd be. There he is.
He's basically just locked the front. He's locked the front tyre in the brake on the brake.
No. Crashed here last year in the race. It was his first MotoGP race crash using Lavadi.
I'm sure that's a classic. Assen final chicane crash, losing the front end on the way in, trailing the brake. This is where he's going to have his visor flip. 200ths of a second. There's Johnny Hernandez. Now that is a very, very...
Here we go.
Yeah, front end just washing away. Just pushing a fraction too hard. Maybe his teammate Bautista Bradle losing the front there in turn number 4. And Alvaro Bautista,
But then this happened. And he was saying that exactly the same time as Dylan was telling that. That's Dan. There's nobody that's going to give them any problems.
I think that's... I mean, that...
Wasn't him. Here he is, the right-hander at Steckenval. Whoa, front, even waiting to have a look at the bike. He's on the scooter in town. He's not waiting. Brilliant.
Just lost it as he flicked it left.
Few minutes, and if he is okay, then he should be able to go out at least for a quick shakedown on the other bike.
Oh, another faller. Tito Rabat goes down once again, slides across the tarmac. The form. In 4th place.
Oh, Iannone's gone. Iannone's gone down. He was in 5th place. Loses the rear. Such an easy mistake to make in these really tricky conditions. And Rossi sweeps straight back through. Crutchlow got a good start. Cal Crutchlow in a 4th. It's Aleix Espargaro going into the landscape.
Through the DeBolt corner. Down towards the bottom end of the circuit. Pedrosa's gone.
Dani Pedrosa is the... So here we go. Oh, the front end just washing out from underneath Andrea Dovizioso. Absolutely no here in Holland today. Turn 10 for Rossi.
Van der Ven lost the front end.
Yeah, off throttle, just trailing the brake. Front end washes away. Absolutely no.
He's already crashed.
Yeah, but I think I can see that Bradley Smith could certainly pick up some points. There's a
carbon copy. There he goes, the classic turn 11 crash.
All right, we saw just how much damage is to the bike. Will it start flipping over? It looks... Oh, here it goes.
Incident involving Bradle and Lorenzo, as Bradle coming after him as well. There is Lorenzo. Oh.
Wow, that's so lucky that Bradle came a bit later, didn't it?
Fraction. And what it's done is it's taken a fraction.
Morning when Lorenzo crashed, Stefan Bradle crashed just after him. You don't want to hang around. The rider's off straight away. Don't think anybody else has come down.
Yeah, you could just hear, he just picked up the throttle.
He's fighting back though in big style.
Oh, he's down!
Oh, he's down! Lorenzo has gone down at turn 8. Fair bit of damage to the #1 Yamaha. That is certainly not going to take part in Q2.
He just rolled off the side of the tyre, really. Very easy to get caught out in this first corner. Drops downhill, trailing the brake. He lost that so early in the corner. Jorge Lorenzo just needs to go
down the hill.
He's going to lose the rear.
Ooh. Him and the Aprilia go down. Oh, I think he banged into the bike a little bit as well, isn't it?
Here we go, Nick. Oh, he's on the curb on the outside. He lost the rear on the curb. He stuck the rear wheel on the curb on the
Bradle.
Oh, dear.
Oh, no. God, my God, he's gone a long way down there. That's coming out of turn 3. This is down at turn 9. Ooh.
Oh, that is you could just see there the front end just locking up on Dani Pedrosa. There's absolutely nothing.
The air fence was damaged. Here we're going to have a look now. I would imagine Lafferty will be okay. Oh, bike took. Oh.
Yeah, he got it unsettled going in, and then the front end just washing away from underneath the Spaniard, and a bit like Eugene.
He just with the light is. Oh, Marquez has gone down. So Marquez is down. Have a look at the crash.
Yeah, Pedrosa's gone in too hot, look, and then Marc Marquez, his eye line's been caught there, and then he's got it all wrong, trying to get a pre-season training crash. Oh, he's on the curb there.
Yeah, what inside curb.
Yeah. Oh, dear.
Into the left, bottom of the hill.
And that's the thing, isn't it? That happened to Marc Marquez at turn.
I think we're going to see it now. Wow. Yeah, that is a fast old crash and into the air fence for both.
By Lorenzo. Oh, yeah, he just lost it on the bump. Lost it on the bump going. He's probably carrying a little bit more corn with this one, will it? It won't be that one that's just...
could be the one that was in front, Bradley Smith.
Could well be.
Voilà, au moment de mettre la moto mise sur l'angle à gauche.
Le gars, il va. Baz qui vient l'améliorer, encore on voit la chute de son coéquipier. Est à 2 secondes 4, Loris.
Grosse chute hein, quand même pour Hector Barbera.
And it comes up to the farm curve, and there you go.
Absolutely no warning whatsoever. That's washed away from him like lightning. He just had no chance whatsoever of saving that at all. Probably been a bit of a
qualifying 2. We are about to find out.
Oh, he's down.
You know he's down at the farm curve.
Yeah, pushing too hard through turn 12.
It's exactly the same place, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Exactly the same place.
What a fraction faster was he, just in a fraction offline, but the outcome was the same. Down the road he goes. As we look at Scott Redding, oh, the rear came around on Redding there as he went through turn number 12. That's the kind of crash. Look at the bike. End over end over end. Hot lap, here we go. This is Rabat. Yeah, just on the gas, a fraction too hard as he came out of turn number...
Miller was on a really good lap, wasn't he?
Oh, Cal Crutchlow was shaking his head there. Yeah, he's not aggravated further, that damaged knee. Oh, Marquez has gone down. That is almost a carbon copy crash of the crash he had in the race last year. Marquez...
Second place.
That was an off-throttle high side for Marc Marquez. That was the exact same crash. This was his fall. That's coming out of the Aintree corner. You know, and with bad ligament damage already in that knee for Andrea Dovizioso. I cannot believe...
He's going to wave goodbye.
Oh, he's down! He's gone down. Oh, you can hear the groans and moans from the British crowd. Eugene...
With the bumps. Yeah, front end just tucks away. He's on those intermediate tyres. Perhaps it is, well, as Dylan was saying.
But I do just think they are trying to scrub them in for a potential wet race. And just to confirm, we haven't spoken about this, but Hernandez...
That leads through Magnus Vinales, leads the British Grand Prix. Oh, big crash at the back of the field there. Massive crash. Was that Alex Lowe's? What happened there was it looked like Loris Baz. I think it was one of the Pramac Ducatis. It might have been Danilo Petrucci.
I think it was Petrucci, probably. Oh, look.
I'll tell you what, I think it looked like Loris Baz was just about, look at that, it's a fast crash. You've got to say, the riders further down the field, the likes of...
Anyway, and a turn 3 coming up, down he goes on the Aprilia. He's clipped close, but just clipped the curve.
He's clipped the back of Eugene Laverty, that's what's happened. This was his first crash. This is his second one. Turn number 13, almost identical, just rolling off the side of the front tyre.
That's the difference, and that was a poor result in...
early crash for Andrea Iannone, early crash for the Italian. Well, that's a not
coming up.
Yeah, there you go. Was he just braking on the curve on the outside? It was difficult to tell there, but he might have just been... Well, there you go, I'm pretty sure he lost the front end just going in there on that GP 14.2. Sorry, didn't I? Yeah, here we go.
He's come to the test in the medium, option front, and fails the test, you've got to say then. Just puts
this great camera on the inside of the track. Look how quickly he came to a stop there.
Ooh, not a
corner. This is a replay of Danilo Petrucci. Quite early in the corner there, Petrucci lost the front end. We could just see it.
Andrea Iannone, here we go.
Oh, he lost it on the inside.
Yeah, very different crash, wasn't it, to Iannone was on the act of the pits. Oh, yeah. Front end really tucked away.
Yeah, you know what, he just started to feed the power back in there as well.
In 16, this is a 15.
Oh,
he's not happy at all.
Well, it's Aleix Espargaro that's getting the wrath, and Valentino Rossi's going to carry on this argument. Aleix Espargaro's coming through pit lane, and Valentino Rossi for his shoulder, and Rossi had seen that. And he's now going to get a face full of the doctor, a very angry doctor. Aleix Espargaro, here we go. Yeah, much earlier in the corner than we saw Cal Crutchlow go down yesterday. Yeah, look at that. Danny Pedrosa had hardly got into the corner. He was just turning in and the front end just washing away. And there he flicks it left and down he goes without any warning whatsoever. So Danny Pedrosa on the floor. That was an outlap, actually.
Having said that, you know, during this season he's looked a bit more conservative than he ever has. But right there, he just set the fastest lap. You can see by the red 33 down the bottom there. And I'm tipping he just tagged the white line a little bit with the front there, Chris, on a really hot entry.
That's just Mark tucked it. Pushing hard, isn't he, really? And yeah, he didn't have the hard front tyre in that he has been preferring for the weekend. Conditions a bit cooler, but yeah, tucking it under there. But he still seemed pretty happy with his work, and he stayed top at the end of the session. So you've got to say he is the guy that's hot and on pace.
I'm happy with the dismount too. 10 out of 10, straight back to his feet. Chris, who has some work to do?
To front end washout, there you go. How many times since we first came here in 2010 have we seen that crash at
afternoon? Not a lot of sun about as there was yesterday.
Oh, well, Aleix Espargaro's down as well. Well, turn 2 has caught out both of the Espargaro brothers in very quick. Down and out. Nothing you can do to bring that one back. Before. Look at that, the front end just washing out without any warning whatsoever. He was pushing, actually, Aleix Espargaro. He had actually just come across the line and put in his best lap of the turn number 2.
But the bike just slides into the gravel, very little damage. Turn 13.
Yeah, that was a big moment. I think, yeah, turn 2. You can see that the bike got unsettled there as he changed direction. And as soon as he got it onto the right-hand side of the...
Yeah, although I imagine that it's a lot to do with trying to save the allocation. You see, look at that. That's just coming round on...
Now.
Nasty crash.
And now for Alvaro Bautista. Seemed to lose the front there.
Well, he just crashed. That was a straight... Yeah.
Yeah. How many times have we seen that?
Yamaha teammate Alex Lowe's. Oh, look at that. Is Petrucci coming out of the pits? Petrucci was coming out of the pit full live speed. Pol Espargaro loses the front end, and there's, look, that poor old Danilo Petrucci. There's Hayden, or maybe it's Hayden. Look at that. Nicky Hayden just grabbed the front brake, and down he has gone. Pol Espargaro. Yeah, here we go. Pol Espargaro and Marc Marquez. Look, whoa. Yeah, Marquez again. Carbon copy crash of the Bautista, and just behind Marquez.
Session for him, which is not, I'd say, a bit of a worry. He's got to get back, and he's got to get out on the sun off so much speed here.
Damage to his leathers. Yeah, look at that. Lorenzo's
That's going in, isn't it? Rossi was much further round.
Do you know what? That's so early.
10 days and be fit for the 3 flyaways that start in 3 weeks' time when we're down in Japan, and it's a familiar King the hairpin at the moment. His 3rd sector time will come up.
Oh, he's down. He's down.
Down at the hairpin.
Sit in. Front end just washes away.
In, didn't it?
There you go. Down he goes. Washes away. Then as he falls underneath it.
Not the nicest place to stop, though, off the racing line, but still in the middle of the track.
Yeah, he hadn't picked up the... Yeah, front end just washing out.
And he's got his left hand.
Oh, that is massive. Danny Pedrosa has almost just launched himself into...
No, we're going to have a look at it now.
Oh, he's on it again. Ooh. High side. Ooh, Eugene Laverty. Yeah. Oh. Well, probably is definitely.
Yes, the onboard camera is going to be scary.
You could hear him just winding the power turn number 11. Oh yeah, the front end it tucked. It was going for a long time, and he is absolutely.
Jorge Lorenzo, there is.
Yeah, that'll be a front end washout for Jack Miller.
Poor old Jack Miller having a...
We're on board with Lorenzo. Rossi, front end, just washing out from underneath him.
We ride with Rossi.
Yeah, the classic front end washout at turn 10 through injury. Yeah, front end again for Hector Barbera. A little bit further into the corner than
Island in Australia in 1 week.
Oh, Lorenzo's down. That's it. It's game over. Marquez is the world champion. Jorge Lorenzo at turn number 9 taps the throttle back in, loses the front end of that factory ammo, tips it in, just feeds the throttle back in. Look at this, Maverick Vinales.
He's angry.
He is not happy.
I think he knows.
Oh, he's nearly gone down.
Oh,
he's gone down. He's crashed coming into the pit. Maverick Vinales, yeah, just not paying attention, not looking where he was going. Onto the grass, just clipped the tyre wall on the outside, and down he went. Place, he's down at turn number 8. That's a fast old crash for the former Moto2 world champion. He gets spun around fast.
So we have 36.5 minutes remaining, but is that the end as far as the timings go? As we stand at the moment, they will go straight into qualifying 2. Marquez, Miller, Hayden, Dovizioso, Bautista, Barbera, Crutchlow, Smith.
Valentino Rossi, oh, fast crash for Bradley Smith. That's at turn number 8.
And that's just after you...
Cost him. Yoni Hernandez. Well, could that have been a different story had he not gone down? It's perfectly okay. This was a fall at turn 4 for Loris Baz. Front end just locking out from underneath him. He was almost braking. 0.8 seconds. Oh, Marquez has crashed out of the Grand Prix, just as he did in 20.
He has crashed out of the lead. We look at the crash once again. Front end, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, front end washing away.
Ooh, it's the wrong side of the track. They're both on the brakes together. Here comes...
Oh,
Alexis Spargo's gone.
Carbon copy crash of the one that he's turn 4.
And now there are 2, and those 2 are fighting for that final place. Maverick Vinales and Andrea Dovizioso. What a great ride by Aleix Espargaro. What a brave ride. He didn't deserve to go down so close to the finish.
Yeah, he was pushing hard, was Aleix Espargaro. Just wonder whether 4. Yeah, Miller wasn't 7. Front end just washing out from underneath him as he went through that fast right-hander. Front end washing away from Loris Baz. He crashed in the first lap a couple of years ago and took out his teammate Tom Sykes in the factory Kawasaki team. Yeah, front end washing away, absolutely no warning whatsoever for Crutchlow, maybe just in the... Yeah, it was off the throttle, was Crutchlow. Front end going, Cal Crutchlow. Turn number 2, front tyre says thank you very much.
On his bike, here is the replay.
Front end washing out from underneath him at turn number 11. So Marquez is Malaysia. Marc Marquez going down at turn number 11. Yeah, mid-corner, front end just washing out. He just started to wind the power back in there, Marc Marquez, and the Andrea Iannone, down he goes, front end washing out from underneath him.
Bike up, because obviously he's still suffering from that back injury sustained. I think the only man that might improve it is Lorenzo, but no.
It's a big old crash there for Johnny Hernandez. Something here. Something. Oh, there's a collision between Andrea Iannone and Johnny Hernandez.
So nice to see a new factory winning, no, more than once. So this year they won 3 races. Fantastic, you know, the show there.
Turn
4, isn't it?
Is that 10?
Oh, was it that
That's
far?
9.
It's, you're absolutely right. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's 9 coming up to 10.
Yeah, I was trying the brake. Well, he was just a little bit offline. Well, that's what he thinks of it. Del Valencia.
Promises to see, as I say, we are expecting a new lap record here. Turn 5 crash. In the dust. Here we go. It's the first of the right-handers after all the lefts, isn't it? Ooh.
You know what, you could just see him, he literally just grabbed the front brake and down he went.